that our theory of miasm, solar psychosis, syphilis is universal. Remember, it has to be observed even in your life. In your life. What is that? अभी आज तुम लोग छोटे हो, मैं गुरु पूर्णिमा के लिए खास तुमको लोग को ये बता रहा हूँ कि अगर तुमको बहुत बड़ा होना हो तो अच्छी तरह से बड़ा हो जाओ, बुरी तरह से बड़ा नहीं होना। बड़ा होना है ना साइकोसिस, वो साइकोसिस जो है वो आपका धीरे धीरे सोरा में से आना चाहिए। बढ़ते बढ़ते तुम्हारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, तुम्हारा फाउंडेशन सब कुछ ठीक ठाक हो तो ही आप बढ़ेंगे और तभी ही आपका रियल साइकोसिस आएगा। रियल यानी गुड साइकोसिस, टू गुड एज वेल एज बैड साइकोसिस। Psychosis is divided into two. One is good psychosis, another is bad psychosis. So whenever you are trying to, for example, what is good psychosis? Whenever a tree grows, tree is growing from sora to psychosis. From basic sora, you get a seed which opens up, a small plant comes, it hardly knows how to survive. But as it grows big, then it becomes big and then it starts giving fruits. This is sora going into psychosis, which is very normal, natural progression in this world. Try to do that. Don't try to straight away bring in psychosis. There are nowadays people want fast success. Instant tea, instant coffee. वैसे people want instant success also. Dip, dip, dip. तेरा बंद हो गया. So, dip, and they want immediate success. This artificial success is never lasting success because there is nothing inside it. See, there are people who are going after name, fame, straight away jumping to popularity. Shortcut to success, always cut short the success. So it is very easy with the help of money today to open up multiple chain of clinics and just advertise in the papers and patients start flowing in. But if there is no sora, there is no foundation, there is no proper organization, if the doctors there are not well trained, they are just lifted out of college and paid a handsome amount and then they start practicing, that is only going to give rise to what? Failures. Because there is अंदर से पता क्या बोलते हैं उसको, खोखला, पोकर होता है. So that is never going to last because there is nothing inside it. There is no foundation, there is no sora. Sora is not going to psychosis. You have brought in psychosis externally by projecting. So don't try to project yourself. Don't try to say that I am great and others are small. Let people say that you are great. When people start saying, there is stuff in it. If you start projecting that I am great, please come to me and take medicine, this is not real. This is all psychosis. It is, see, this is all borrowed projection or borrowed image. Borrowed image is like what? Like you are taking something from a bank and putting it into the and using it for your day-to-day life. So what happens in that? You are just going to enjoy temporarily, but a day will come when that money is going to go, that loan is going to finish off, because there is no utpatti, natural, that you are not creating your wealth, you are not creating or you are not generating it. The foundation is not there. It is like a battery of your computer. That it will serve you for a certain time, that after that charge is over, there are no plugins. So number 2 is never cut off from your guru. Howsoever big you become, you should never cut off. Because every teacher has got his own, he's got his own limitations or he's got his only role to play. Maybe, like maybe before me you must have had so many gurus. And they have also done something for you, they have taught you. They have taught you the basics. Maybe after me somebody might teach you something more to go still higher and higher. But at every stage, every teacher has his own role to play. He is guiding you. He's guiding you towards better and better future. Don't use the teacher or a guru like what you call as nowadays people are doing, that instant disposables. Disposable. Now that from the Western culture you are having, nobody uses a kerchief nowadays, they use tissues. Wipe and fake though. So that disposable thing has gone so much that people are now disposing of even their father, mothers, and so gurus are no exception. You take whatever you want and then you just throw out your teacher. Even if it is your kindergarten teacher, you should not be disposed of, because remember, if he wouldn't have taught you ABCD, you wouldn't have learned how to read the organon. Isn't it? If those people had not taught you physics and chemistry, you wouldn't have understood what is a human being and what is anatomy, physiology. So every person has got a part to play. Nobody is like disposable. So unfortunately, the youth has nowadays developed a tendency of disposing of whatever. Once I know that I know something, I become all powerful. I know more than everybody. Now to hell with anybody. This disposable attitude, like disposable syringes and all, you should never have, because that is also syphilitic. That is psychosyphilitic. We are talking about bad psychosis. I am trying to mention here one example. One or two examples I will give you. Like in your actors and actresses. Amitabh Bachchan, Dilip Kumar, the heroes of the underworld. They have come gradually up. They have built up their career and today they have become Amar. Isn't it? See, at the age of 65, 70 also, Amitabh Bachchan is still going on strong. Buddha hoga tera baap. No, he doesn't become Buddha because it is natural psychosis which has brought him up into his career. Brought him up in his career. Similarly, Dilip Kumar, even at this stage, he has grown into that. But there are n number, I won't take the names of some of the actresses who come suddenly on the television, start projecting themselves, get married also on the stage. Now these people are not going to last, because that is borrowed psychosis due to money. You can't do it with money everywhere. You just borrow it, it will be temporary, it is going to go away. Second example I am giving you, which is from Swami Subbonananda, one of the most intellectual person I have seen on the television. He has mentioned of a very nice story where he says that one computer specialist, computer engineer challenges God that you cannot handle this world. If you have got all the controls of this world, you should have easily controlled the weather like sun, wind, moon, etc. so that the crops are better, so that there is no famine anywhere, no on this earth we see suddenly there is famine, people die of no crop. Another place there are floods, as it happened in Bihar last year, and everything was washed off. They say you cannot control the rain. You cannot control the weather. So what good are you? So he says, hand me over the controls and I'll show you that how we can grow healthy crops and make people happy all over the world. So God says, Tathastu, go ahead beta, you do. If you have the better controls, do it and show it. So he starts doing this, his mathematics on it and the electronic controls. He starts operating and he brings in equal amount of air, water, heat, sun, everything is controlled, and he starts getting very good crops, very big crops, artificial manure, this, that, he uses everything, and huge, big things, big jawar and bajri and this, that, this thing start growing up, the crops start coming up. But when it comes to harvesting seed, he's very proud and he says, now I am going to show God that I am much greater than you. See the amount of how the plants have grown, how the fruits or how this thing, बाजरी और ज्वार क्या बोलते हैं उसको, बाहर का होता है ना ऐसा, that has grown, kanish, that has grown. But when they go to harvest it, there is nothing inside. It is all empty. So he gets very wild and he says, he cries foul. He says, God, you have cheated me somewhere. That with your magic you have made it disappear. I had done I had grown such beautiful crops under full controlled measures. So God smiles and says, son, that what you were doing was without the basis of understanding, that you have not the basis of understanding of life, and which means that life means fight. You have not understood the basis of life, that life means fight. If at all life is not exposed to fight circumstances, you will get all empty crops, because that is artificially grown. Every crop has to fight against the famine as well as the droughts. Then grows the real crop. It is supposed to fight. You also, even in modern day world nowadays, the Novio rich, those who have suddenly inherited a lot of wealth, they give their children everything from the age of 2 years. They give them computers, cars, mobiles, etc. And they don't allow them another. Okay, you don't want to go to school? Doesn't matter. They've got a lot of money. So these people who are pumped in with a lot of money, they have not shown what is hard work and how to grow up. They will all be what? You know what? They will be spoiled children, spoiled brats, and later on they will not be people who will be productive. This is not productivity, because for productivity you have to grow from Sora, organization. Everything has to be fight, that you have to fight for your life, you have to grow fighting, and then only you can become a good person, a good and famous and productive person. Just taking some knowledge from somewhere and just trying to give it, or making advertisement somewhere, this is not going to help you in the long run. It has to grow, it has to come systematically through organization, Sora, and that Soric psychosis, Sora which gets converted into psychosis, is a healthy Soro-psychotic person, and he can never have his early death. He will not go into disease, he will not go into syphilis. That psychosis does not go easily into syphilis. But this psychosis, artificial psychosis, will 101% have to go into syphilis and destruction. So you will see all those people who have tried to do this will ultimately go into destruction. All those who cut off from their roots, cut off from their organization, cut off from where they have grown from, they become antagonistic, will end in destruction, self-destruction. So remember one thing, don't let success go to your head anytime. You have to grow gradually and see what fruits you will get, and they will be permanently everlasting fruits. And God will give you more, God will give you more, God will give you more. Because that is the way of life. The more you give, the more you get. But you give what you are getting from there. Don't borrow and give. It is, if you take money from the bank and you give, that money is going to end. So God will give you, but provided you develop your soul, develop your base. So my request to you all on this Guru Purnima day is that everybody should work hard and wait for your day to come. God is there, God is great. He will always give you, but it has to go through a certain step-by-step procedure and not directly. Okay, namaste, thank you.